In this digital age, it's important not to forget the physical, and for the first time, the whole Essential Gamer crew would be physically in the same place. And in another first, it would be at the first ever W.A.S.D Video Games Expo in Tobacco Dock, London. And since we had press passes in our first ever attendance of a Video Games Expo, we figured we may as well play some games. So we did. We played a lot of games. And then we figured we'd best do some actual media stuff. So first up was Team 17 and their new game, Marauders, where we found a man.
We were saying about this game, we saw the trailer, we were like, oh,
yeah,
this has a very hunt showdown sort of feel.
Yeah, and that's another one, and the cycle as well. It's those kind of extraction shooters that the guys love and we all love playing, so.
It's kind of the way that it feels like Battle Royales and that I'm kind of leaning towards now because
a little bit. I think, Battle Royales were a really big thing years ago. I feel like this is almost like the grown-up version of it a little bit. Because it is a lot more, it lends itself a lot more to hardcore players where you're in it, if you die you lose all your gear. You've got to just really peek around corners, take your time.
Just down the hall was Devolver and, of course, a menagerie of their most recent releases, many of which you may have played and many of which may also have been released by the time this video comes out, but still a very good plethora, let's pick some more words, of games. Trek to Yomi was a decent side-scrolling cinematic experience that we all enjoyed, but it was Cult of the Lamb that came out on top as our most anticipated. This wonderfully animated little cult builder was very enjoyable. Russell, however, was preoccupied getting his crab hands on with Shadow Warrior 3. In the indie room there was a varied choice of game, one to suit every gamer's taste, and I had found one that had appealed to mine.
Hello, we're here with Matt from Quali and we're talking about Die by the Blade today. Could you tell us a little bit about it, Matt?
Yeah, so I have to give this elevator pitch. So it's a 1v1 fighting game, bit of a twist. If you execute a combo, there's some one-hit kills.
Nice little twist, and it's very much inspired by one of my favourite games, Bushido Blade. Now, how much of that actually went into the making of Die by the Blade?
So yeah, that was definitely the main inspiration for the developers. There's other games in there as well, like For Honor, where you've got that tiered system of the stances, so upper, middle and lower. But yeah, Bushido Blade, there's also some decapitations coming in, some dismemberments. So yeah, a big inspiration was Bushido Blade.
So it's got quite a high skill level, would you say, Matt? But I actually beat you at it earlier, didn't I? So is it actually that hard?
Yes. And once you master the combos, we walked through the combos. Let's not miss that part out. But yes, you did beat me.
Yeah, all right. You helped me a little bit. I'll admit that. I've got one more question for you, Matt. Now, if you were in a fight and you were forced to use a gaming console as a weapon, which one would you choose?
I'm going to say the Xbox at the moment because it's more square, brick shaped.
Okay, I'll go with that. Not a PS3 then.
Oh, he's saying any ever.
Any in history.
Oh, that's a tough one then. Maybe I'm just going to go for a Nokia 3310 phone because
they're indestructible.
Oh, exactly.
They're indestructible. So there you have it. Matt would like to beat someone in with a phone.
hidden at the back of the indie room amongst the rest of the choice was a new instalment to a series that had driven many of the members here to the point of killing each other.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
Well, my name is Lucia de Visser and I'm the managing director of Total Mayhem Games, one of the co-founders of the series. We were here and the studio Total Mayhem Games, and right here I am showing our new game that's almost out. We were here forever.
What is the game aiming to do?
Well, ruining friendships? No. Or maybe making them stronger.
Yes.
No, in our game you have, it's a co-op puzzle game, so our purpose is to get people together and have their own journey in game and try to get from start to finish without losing relationships or anything. But you have to escape from the castle together and have this whole journey together with your friend. Yeah, and that's actually what the whole concept of the game is about.
So if you're not a good friendship, you wouldn't recommend trying this if you're on the rocks, but it could develop into something a little bit more stronger.
We have had actually people dating with our game and got relationships out of it. One of my best friends actually did, so that's really funny. We also had some emails a while ago from people who maybe broke up with each other because of the game, but yeah, that's just extra. Don't talk about it. We started as a student group and we grew over the past 5 years. So every game that we released after that just got better and more beautiful and better gameplay. And this is really the cherry on top, let's say. And in this game, you're actually, well, spoiler alert, the ones that got left behind. So this is your revenge to maybe get back outside and get your life back and get away from King and the Jester.
And obviously it's coming out in May 2022. Soon, again, all platforms, and enjoy.
We're starting the 10th of May. We will release on Steam and Epic.
Yeah.
Console will be shortly after. We're really trying our best to do it as quickly as possible, but we're not completely done yet, and we want to have like the perfect product. So
You want to polish it
Yeah.
consoles instead of them losing out, I guess.
yeah, because
Brilliant.
yeah, so it takes a little bit longer. We don't know exactly how long, but it will be shortly after. So
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for your time.
While visiting Fireshine Games, we learnt about Core Keeper in Silt, where Lilitha had found a man to talk about it.
So what kind of made you want to go into this game?
Well, it all started because I was a professional fine artist for about 10 years.
Okay.
And I was doing a watercolour series of my characters kind of drowning in an abyss.
Oh, okay.
And I showed one of those paintings to my now business partner. And we met at exactly the right time. And I showed him these watercolour paintings. And from there, it kind of blossomed into a company and then like project.
How did you go about after that deciding what the storyline for the game was going to be and where the possession kind of thing came from?
Yeah, it happened quite naturally because we were developing like environment concepts and creature concepts and kind of world design and all that kind of thing, and we wanted to find a way of like using like the environment around you. We had to come up with an idea of like the disconnection between the main character and whatever he interacts with. And as well as that, at the time I was doing like a series of kind of drawings of characters projecting their souls out.
Okay.
And again, I showed this to Dom, my business partner, and from there it kind of became the possession mechanic, and it became like the main core mechanic and theme of the game.
I mean, do you feel that you like to add anything to our viewers, like anything inspiring words or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a student or if you want to get into games, then I definitely think like events like this, like W.A.S.D, is like a huge thing for people to come to, and hopefully can get more people into this lovely, welcoming industry. And also, of course, like feel free to go to my website, go to spiralcircusgames.com.
Got a mushroom? We had thoroughly enjoyed our visit to W.A.S.D in this first iteration of the event, and we hope to go to many more. We look forward to talking more about these games with you in future and making more videos like this when we're allowed to. thank you very much for watching. We've been The Essential Gamer. You've been awesome. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.